Want to experience true tranquility? Discover how studying and meditating on God's Word can help you have and change your inner life and have inner peace. You guys, listen, I'm going to be a little candid with you this video on this playlist, because here's the thing. There comes days where I'm not meditating on God's Word. And it is very apparent, even a couple hours into my day, that I have not spent time with God. There are things going on with me physically that you wouldn't see on the outside that are a huge struggle for me right now. And it really has taken me going into God's Word and remembering the promises that He's made to me. They're the same for me as they are for anyone in the Word, and you have to change your mindset by being in the Word. We've already talked about renewing your mind, but this meditating on God's Word is truly chewing on it. You know, like a cow would chew a piece of cud, over and over and over and over again. And sometimes it literally is just taking one verse and reading it over and over and over again. I was reading in Isaiah today. I'm doing just a self-study on Isaiah, and I'm reading through it, and I came across this part in Isaiah, and it made me just kind of stop and think I'm on the wrong part. How we see all the crazy, all the calamity, all the chaos, and we think that God isn't present. And even in my own life, sometimes I can feel like, where is God? And I've had those moments, not lately, but I have. And, the chapter 24 of Isaiah starts with the Lord's devastation of the earth. And this is Isaiah's prophecy of what's going to happen to the earth. And in chapters 24 through 27, I've read in my study Bible that, you're reading these chapters and you're going, wow, this is whoa. But in the middle of chapter 24, after Isaiah lays out what the Lord has spoken to him, you end up in 14, and it says, they, God's people, raise their voices, they shout for joy. From the west they acclaim the Lord's majesty. Therefore in the east give glory to the Lord. Exalt the name of the Lord, the God of Israel, in the islands of the sea. From the ends of the earth we hear singing, glory to the righteous one. So what I noticed was, in the midst of the calamity and the chaos of what is ensuing and what will ensue on the earth, and what really is, even these days, any of us living in this world today know that there are things happening that have been prophesied. So what I want to point out to you, if you take anything else from this, that in the midst of the chaos and calamity, God is still present. We can still sing shouts of praise when we know His Word, when we meditate on God's Word day and night, and we know and we store it in our heart, and our mind is renewed with it. When we know these things, we can be assured that He is with us, that He is helping us overcome, that His righteous will not be forsaken, as His Word says. And so I'm standing on that myself in the midst of the things that I'm struggling with physically. And again, you may look at some people, even me, on this video and go, she doesn't look like anything's wrong with her. I can promise you that I'm sitting right here and I am very uncomfortable. But God has a way of helping us to rise up and stand in His strength, and even when we don't feel it. Guys, just moments before I recorded this video, I was crying out to God, and I'm like, God, why am I going through this? And we ask these things to Him, and it's okay. We can ask Him because He's big enough to handle our whys and our other questions. But I want you to know that if you know the promises of God, that if you meditate on His Word, the question I asked was, want to experience true tranquility? That is knowing tranquility. Knowing that Psalm 23 says that he will lead us into green pastures and beside still waters. That picture of being with my shepherd, knowing that he's leading me and guiding me, and that this flesh that I have to deal with physical ailments has no comparison to the tranquil peace and things that God gives me, knowing that I'm going to get through this and this is not forever. And I'm thankful for that. And so I hope that this blesses you and encourages you to know that you're not alone and you're not the only one going through something. And God can provide peace and tranquility to you. Rest in that today. I'll talk to you soon.